Texas Ranger. Weekdays at 6 on ABC 12.5. Now to the Young Chevrolet Sports Report.
Good evening and welcome into sports. I'm Dave Siseski. Well, after finishing the first half with baseball's best record at 59-38, the Tigers have struggled out of the gate, going 6-10 in the second half, but going against the struggling Minnesota Twins at home. Bottom five, Tigers down 2-0, but not for long. Wenceel Perez golfs that pitch with a driver and way gone. Ninth big fly in the season for Perez, all tied up at 2. Bottom six now tied up at 3 when Kerry Carpenter punishes that ball to right field and into the deep seats. How about 437 feet? Carp's longest home run of his career, up 5-3 now, and they weren't done. Bottom seven, Dylan Dingler joins the fun with a solo shot down the line in left field for his 10th on the season. Tigers win 6-3, courtesy of 3 big flies, and take over the best record in the American League.
Weird night for us offensively because as the game went on and the innings went on, I thought we locked in pretty well and took some really good swings. There was a lot of energy and a big separator for us, being able to have a little bit of breathing room, because we all ride the roller coaster of emotion at the beginning of the game. It was low energy because nothing's going on. We weren't doing anything. To the middle part of the game when we tied it, it was great, and then the boost with Kerry. I thought I was going to get to the second deck above the signs. He knew he got it. We knew he got it, and it changes the scoreboard. I mean, he's always one swing from dominating the day.
The first pitch. Tigers right-hander Reese Olson is sidelined with his second shoulder injury in as many years. He's been ruled out for the remainder of the regular season, but now he's just hoping the Tigers will make a deep postseason run. If that happens, he could pitch again in 2025. As it was reported, he will not be required to have surgery. So when healthy, Olson registered a 3.15 ERA with 25 walks and 65 strikeouts. That was across 68 innings and 13 starts. Well, after finishing strong last season and adding some key talent in the offseason, Michigan heads into 2025 with high expectations, at least in the eyes of the coaches. The Wolverines debuted at number 14 in the preseason U.S. LBN coaches poll, signaling growing confidence in Sharon Moore's squad. Released Monday by USA Today, the poll was voted on by 67 coaches and featured Texas at number 1, with the Longhorns led by quarterback Arch Manning earning 27 first-place votes as the SEC favorites. Well, here's a look at the top 10 with Texas leading the charge. Ohio State, the reigning national champs, in at 2 as they try and break the 0-4 mark against the Wolverines. Notre Dame losing to the Buckeyes in the championship, check in at 5. Perhaps the most surprising of the top 10 at number 10. As the U, Miami looks to return to the conversation of powerhouse. Well, it was a rough start to the preseason for the Detroit Lions, who fell to the Chargers 34-7 in the Hall of Fame game. Turnovers plagued the offense, 5 in total, and sustained drives were few and far between, with execution lacking and momentum hard to find. Head coach Dan Campbell isn't wasting any time shaking things up. The team held a night practice tonight, the only one of training camp, in hopes of adapting what he called the ever-changing schedule of the NFL.
We do this once a year. We do this night practice. And so I just know, I always liked it as a player. It was a good change-up. It just kind of breaks the monotony of camp a little bit. And then it's, as to what our schedule has been over the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's just, you don't know when you're playing. You're playing in the afternoon, you're playing at night, you're playing 5 days away, 4 days away, 6 days, 7 across. So it's just, how do we mix up things a little bit and get them used to, to a little bit of the chaos in a good way.
Well, JR, hopefully they weren't practicing smoke in the air.
Well, it looks like he